Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie and today I'm going to be starting another reading vlog. It is currently Monday, June 19th and I plan on making this video go through the 30th so that way I can finish up my TBR for the month. So originally my TBR was All the Dangerous Things, Priest, The Assassin's Blade, Pucking Around, and You Shouldn't Have Come Here. So Pucking Around I finished pretty early in the month, and I believe that I have that in another vlog along with I Shouldn't Have Come Here, which I also finished early in the month. So I have also completed All the Dangerous Things. That was a book club pick for my book club for the month, and I did enjoy that. I think that I gave it 5 stars. It was really good and it had me kind of questioning things till the end. My other book club pick for the month is Priest, which I am about 50% of the way through with. Have about 160 pages left here. I have not started Assassin's Blade, but that will be coming very soon. And otherwise, I think that covers my projected TBR for the month, but I also have some more books that I did want to finish by the end of the month. One of them is The Housemaid's Secret, which is the second book in like the Housemaid series. I don't know, I read the first one earlier this year. A couple of the girls in my book club are also reading the second one, and so I kind of wanted to jump on the bandwagon. I really enjoyed the first one, so there's that. And then I am listening to Hidden Pictures and I'm about 38% through with that. So I have about a 6-hour listen left, which is more like 3 hours because I listen on 2x speed. And then I also got A Flicker in the Dark in from my library. I don't know if I'm going to finish that this month. We'll just have to see depending on how much free time I have and how much time I have to listen to my audiobook. But at least I want to finish Hidden Pictures, Priest, Assassin's Blade, and The Handmaid's Secret by next Friday. That's very wishful thinking. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're gonna try it. We're just gonna see. So for my 3 physical books that I have, I've averaged it out per day and it's about 88 and a half, or like, I'm just gonna round up to like 90 pages a day of reading to finish those off. And I feel like that sounds plausible, but if we look back in previous videos, we all know that it's very hard for me to keep up with a goal like that, even if it's 20 pages a day. I just get distracted. Some days I read more than others, so there ain't no telling what's gonna happen. But that is pretty much the update for my reading. When it comes to my life, I went in and talked to my instructor from paramedic school about becoming a preceptor. And while I was there, they mentioned that there was another job position opening that I'm qualified for, and they expressed interest in me applying for it. So I applied for that job and I'm currently waiting to hear back, but I'm really hoping that I get it when I start precepting, which is most likely going to happen. Those are 12-hour shifts at the hospitals, just overseeing all the students doing clinicals. That's still part-time and kind of hit or miss, but if I get the other position, that is like a day job, 9 to 5 in an office situation. So I should be able to read more or listen to more audiobooks and things like that. It's stable income. So I'm really hoping I get that. So I've been manifesting that I'm going to get the job. I've been just saying I'm getting the job. Like, I have the job, it's no problem. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm really hoping that works out for me because it would be perfect timing. And I wasn't even looking for it. It just kind of like fell into my lap. So that would be fantastic. Otherwise, we've gone on a lot of trips the last few weeks. We went to the beach, which was in one of the videos I posted. Probably one of the last vlogs. And then last weekend we went to Houston, did a bunch of stuff for a friend's birthday, and now we're back in town. We currently don't have anything for the next few weeks. I know in July, the middle of July, we're going to the beach again, but for a whole week with the family. So that'll be really fun. But otherwise, we're kind of just back to our regularly scheduled programming, just doing the things. So hopefully I can read all the things. That's enough rambling. I think I'm gonna start alternating between Priest and the Assassin's Blade, just because Priest, I don't it's, as of right now, I'm just very conflicted on how I feel about it. Halfway through, I'm projecting giving it a 3-star. I don't know how I feel. It's just so weird. I was telling my husband earlier, it's like there's smut, but there's also, she's like discovering religion, and I just find it very interesting that those two things are happening within the same book. And like while she's discovering religion, she's sleeping with the priest. And I could understand like a religious romance in the sense of like they're going on dates and they're getting to know each other, but like to my knowledge, I didn't think priests were even supposed to date. So like just this whole thing, I don't know how I feel about it. And then I get that for the sake of the story, things have to be said and done, but like who says that to like the first few chapters, who even says that to a priest to begin with? And then they were banging by chapter 6. So it was just very interesting so far. I don't know. So that's kind of my opinion right now, but it's a little hard to get into, even though I'm already halfway into it. I'm going to finish it. It's not that bad, and I do enjoy like the spicy scenes, but I don't know. It's a very smut-driven book and less plot-driven, I guess. So I think that taking little breaks and jumping in between books would be a little bit easier for me. So I may start doing that. And I know that this is actually split up into little novellas, I believe. So maybe I'll just like read a novella and then go back to the book, and then, you know. So anyways, that's the plan for the evening, just to read. I have been using my noise canceling headphones while I read, listening to like an ambiance room, and it has helped me focus on my reading so much more. I'm not playing on my phone. I'm like generally paying more attention to my book because I'm not listening to things going on around me. Even if there's not a lot of stimulus around me, somehow it just keeps me more dialed in. So I'm gonna keep doing that because anything to keep me on topic is appreciated. So anyways, now that I've tried to end this video 5 times and I haven't, I'm gonna go read. All right, it's really bad lighting, but my cat is sleeping in my chair, so here we are. It is now Tuesday, June 20th at 5:40 p.m. Got off work a little bit ago, came home and ate some food, and now my plan is to clean my house because really it's not even my house, it's my kitchen. It's always the kitchen. You know, when you walk in to your house and you put stuff down, our place to put stuff down is the kitchen. So I need to clean the kitchen and do the laundry, and I'm sure I can find other things to do. But I was worried that I wouldn't have time to read if I did that, or I wouldn't read as much as I wanted to, but then I figured it out. I got the audiobook for Priest because honestly, I'm just ready to be done with it, but I picked up the audiobook, so my plan is to finish it tonight. When I pulled it up earlier, based on my reading on my Kindle, I only have an hour left to listen on 2 times speed. So, won't be long. And then I'll be done with that book, can check that right off. Then I am now 63% into Hidden Pictures. It's starting to get good because you're starting to like really question whether this is going to be paranormal or psychological, and I just don't know. I don't have any idea. I think it's going to be psychological, but I have no idea. So that's going good. I made a note earlier of my TBR to make sure I finish everything I need, or I want to. So Priest, I'm going to finish tonight. Hidden Pictures, I'm finishing soon, either tonight while I do something else or within the next few days. Let's see, how much time do I have left on it? Like an hour and a half, so probably tonight. Then I'm going to physically read The Assassin's Blade and then read The Housemaid's Secret on my Kindle, and then I will have finished all the books that I wanted to finish this month. If I get those done with time left in this vlog, like before the 30th, then I'm gonna listen to A Flicker in the Dark audiobook because I already have that from my library, and I do need to get it started and finish it up. That way I don't have to hold it longer than I need. But anyways, that's really the plan. I don't think I have anything else going on. I'm still waiting to hear back from HR about the job, but I think because they didn't call today. I'm gonna call them tomorrow to follow up on it. I actually have sad news. I backed out of the play, the Beauty and the Beast musical that I was doing, because I just cannot handle it right now. Personally, I'm gonna get myself figured out here soon, but I'm still getting back into the swing of normal life outside of paramedic school, so I'm trying not to overwhelm myself too much with that. I'm going to start cleaning, and then I will probably check in with you after I finish Priest, unless I have some more thoughts before then. Alrighty, it is, my watch is dead, 6:52. I have, are you done? No. I have finished Priest. I'm still gonna give it an overall, I'm really torn between 2 and 3 stars. I just didn't like it that much. The smut scenes were okay, but the rest of it I just didn't really like. So I don't really even have a specific reason. I just did not vibe. Do you mind? I just didn't really vibe with it for some reason. I don't regret reading it. I just am not, it's not going to be a favorite of the year. Freya? I think that I would give it like a 2.5 stars, so I'm gonna round it up to 3 just for the sake of ease, but I don't know. The weird combination of smut and finding religion in the same book is just strange to me. And like, she's finding religion, which is great, but all while sleeping with the priest, and I don't know, I just didn't feel like the ending was super great. The third act conflict or whatever that was supposed to happen, which is where you think that she's going with Spencer or whatever his name was, I just didn't feel like was super interesting. But I'm not here to crap on this book or anything. I just didn't vibe with it for some reason. So as I said, 3 stars. Now I'm going to try to finish Hidden Pictures while I organize my bookshelf. I've been needing to organize it for a while now. I'm going to change up the way everything's laid out. I might make it into another video. I haven't decided yet, so it'll either be in this vlog or in its own video, either before this or after. I have no idea. That's the plan for now. I got my kitchen clean, my sheets are in the washer, my laundry room is clean, my dining room's clean, so I just have to organize this little area now. I mean, there's other rooms in the house, but anyways. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okie dokie. So I finished organizing my bookshelf, which I'll give y'all a little overview of in just a second. But I also finished Hidden Pictures. It is 8:50. And honestly, I'm not upset that I got a 2-star, 3-star read earlier, because this was a 5-star read. And I say this about almost every thriller that I read, but truly the ending was so unexpected. I am shook. Like, if I could take all of the thrillers I've read this year that I've said the ending was unexpected for, I take those back, because this truly, like, blew my mind. Go read this book right now. Seriously, it was so good. I really enjoyed it. The beginning is slower paced, but then once it picks up, like, it runs. So that's really all I have to say about that. Like, go read the book, because I just need y'all to experience this with me, because it was phenomenal. So I didn't even know what the book was about. I just had it on my TBR. Someone had mentioned it was good, and I got it from my library, and it was amazing. That is my book update for right now. I still have sheets in the wash. Well, my comforter's in the wash. But, so I can't quite go to bed yet. So I think I'm going to pick up the Assassin's Blade for a little bit and see how far into that I can get. I'm not really strained for time anymore, because I finished 2 of the books, 2 of the, like, 5. That's my cat. I finished 2 of the 5 books that I had initially planned for this vlog, so that makes it a lot easier. Now, was it 5 books? Nope, it was just 4. So now I just have to physically read The Assassin's Blade and physically read The Housemaid's Secret. So I just need to read about 70 pages a day. Anyways, about 70 pages a day to finish Assassin's Blade and Housemaid's Secret by the 30th next week. So it should be manageable, honestly, with the way the Assassin's Blade is laid out and being novellas. I should be able to finish it pretty quick. And then Frida McFadden's stuff I always love, so no biggie. But that is currently the plan. I think I'm going to put on like an ambiance room and read for a little bit until I'm ready for bed. I don't have any plans tomorrow as of right now, so I'll have plenty of time to read tomorrow, and then we'll just have to see. If I happen to finish both of these books really quick, then I'll just turn this into a how many books can I read in 2 weeks vlog, because I'm already on a roll. But part of me feels like, because I've finished these 2 books today, I'm going to like severely slow down on accident. I don't know. We'll just see. I've done a lot of ranting today. I don't know if half of it is going to end up in this video, but alright, I'm going to give you a little overview of my bookshelf, and then I will update y'all probably tomorrow, if not before I go to bed. So, obviously my cat and my dog. Alright, so this is behind my chair, obviously, so these are the books that I like to be seen. I might end up changing this shelf eventually, but I'm happy with the way it is right now. So this is my Cassandra Clare section, I guess. It's just the Mortal Instruments, and then I have, it's just the Mortal Instruments, and then I have 2 other little books over there. My Harry Potter, all of my Sarah J. Maas, obviously, except for the Assassin's Blade. Here I have a lot of my husband's favorites, so Brandon Sanderson, Name of the Wind, Red Rising, and then I had to fill it in with some more books over there. This shelf is mainly just stuff I've gotten from my book boxes, along with some other random books that I had. And at the top is my Series of Unfortunate Events and my Disney books. Up here at this shelf is just random books that don't really have a place right now. This shelf is pretty much the same, and just some random stuff that I have. So 2 little fake books from my book boxes. My Labyrinth book, Labyrinth tarot cards with my little worm. Some old Kindles, some other random like book journals and stuff. And then that is a stamp that I stamp all my books with after I finish reading them. That just says it's like property of my library. Here we have some thriller, mystery, suspense type of books. A lot of these are older, and I have no intentions of reading them, but we're trying to fill in our bookshelf, so we're kind of just keeping everything for now. And then some other random stuff to kind of fill in the spaces. Here we have my fantasy romance slash dystopian books, I guess. From Blood and Ash, Serpent and Dove. I'm missing the third book in that, but I still haven't finished that series yet, so maybe soon. I have my Divergent books, Hunger Games, and then Legendborn series over here. And then down here is kind of another little mix of stuff. I have all my Outlander books, and this is the beginning of like my romance shelf, I guess. And then that box back there is a box that I got from a local book club, and it's called like Blind Date with a Book or something, and it was not what I expected it to be. I thought it had like, you know, maybe some tea and like one book and some stuff that went along with the book, but actually it was just a box stuffed with 10 mass market paperback romance novels. So eventually I'm going to be doing a video with those books, but for right now they're still in the box. This is more of my stuffed animals and stuff that were originally up on a higher shelf that I just wanted to keep in here because I literally have nowhere else for them to go. And then over here I just have some wedding pictures, my wedding stuff, and then down there is like my textbooks and things that I don't really need anymore that just need somewhere to go. Then I have my blanket ladder and a little bean bag that my nephew uses when he comes over, so that's pretty much it. We still have a long way to go when it comes to filling in our shelves, but I'm pretty proud of it, and I actually like the way that it looks, even though I really didn't do a whole lot with it. Good morning. Yes, I am still wearing the same shirt from last night. Do not judge me, and if you do, whatever, I do not care. It is 11:54 on Wednesday, June 21st. I have done a little bit of reading this morning, mainly, or really only just my audiobook that I've been listening to. I had some more chores to do around the house this morning, some laundry and stuff, and I made breakfast for my husband and I, so I needed something to do while I did that. So I listened to 27% of A Flicker in the Dark, and I'm liking it so far. I don't really know where it's going, but I'm enjoying it. I came into my office and decided that I wanted to recreate this little project I did last year where I made little books to keep track of all the books I've read, only to remember that I don't have colored ink and I only have black and white, and that's lame. So, scratch that off the list. Currently 3D printing something for my bookshelf that goes with some of my books, so that's what that noise is in the background. But I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do now. I do need to read a little bit more of my Throne of Glass, but after that, or in between that, I don't know what I'm going to do. That's really the only update that I have for right now. I think I'm going to read for a little bit and then I'll get back with you later. Excuse my hair. I'm trying to get it to stay curly like it used to. I just don't have enough damage for it to be curly right now. Also, excuse my 3D printer in the background. I'm printing something else. But what I made earlier was a stele from the Mortal Instruments. Let's see. Has a little crystal in the end. I just wanted to put it with my books. I made my husband and I some a couple years ago whenever we did that for Halloween, and they just look kind of crappy. So I don't know if I'm going to paint this yet, but it came out pretty cute. I like it. And now I'm printing a Mew, like a Pokemon. I don't know, just for fun. Anyways, let's see. What else have I done? Pretty much finished laundry. Took a shower. Literally messed around with my Cricut for an hour because I've been wanting to make I've had a wine glass, right? And I've been wanting to put I Drink and I Know Things on it from Game of Thrones. I just haven't, so I decided I wanted to do that today. Well, it was not working. It was not going on straight. The glass was too curved. It was pissing me off. So I finally got it to where I'm comfortable with. It's in the kitchen now. I literally just took it out of this room, and I'll have to show you later when I have some drinks tonight. But I did that, and then I printed out some vinyl for some shirts I have to make for my friend. And then otherwise I've just been reading, so I am now like 26% through with the Assassin's Blade, and I have 100% decided to reread Throne of Glass, and there's nothing that anyone can do to stop me. I missed it so much. I missed the characters, which, I mean, there's only a couple characters in this that are actually in the rest of the series, but oh my god, that is literally my favorite series of all time. Like, oh my gosh. So I think I'm gonna make that its own like dedicated vlog. So I may start that now and just see how long. It's gonna take me months to read these books, I'm sure, but we'll see if that actually works out. But I do want to reread them now. I'm flying through it. It doesn't really seem like it, but I'm reading faster than I normally do, and I'm getting into the book faster than it normally takes me to get into other books. So I'm having a great time. I'm now on the third novella, The Assassin in the Desert. I have my tabs going. My husband hasn't read this yet, which actually makes me feel good that I have a little leg up, because this is only a Sarah J. Maas book we haven't read, so that's great. I just need to read about 20 more pages. This next novella is like 120 pages long, so I don't think I'm going to finish it today, just because my sister-in-law might come over tonight. We have to make dinner. I have to make those other shirts, and I'm kind of wanting to start the Housemaid Secret. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. So about 20 pages left of this, so that's the plan. It's been about a week since I updated y'all last, and that is not on purpose. I feel like I'm starting to get back in the groove of like a normal life after finishing school. So I've been kind of enjoying the other hobbies that I have besides reading. I've been cross-stitching a lot. I've been playing World of Warcraft a lot and just kind of hanging out, taking it day by day. And so I really haven't been reading at all. So earlier I decided to pick up the audiobook for The Assassin's Blade. I am halfway through at this point. I'm still enjoying it, and I'm still wanting to get back into that world. So I'm really excited to start my reread of Throne of Glass. I also started The Housemaid's Secret today, and I'm currently 8% through, I think. I read a little bit before my shower, but I'm gonna go read before bed, try to knock some more of that out. It is Tuesday, so I still have, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 more days to read. I know I'll be able to finish my audiobook. I have about 2.5 to 3 more hours of listening left at the speed that I listen to it. And then I know that once my thriller book gets good, then I just won't be able to put it down. So no problems there. Other life updates. I woke up the other day, and 3 minutes prior to checking my phone, I got my new hire packet to fill out for my preceptor job. So I brought that up there the other day, and I do my first shift tomorrow. I'm shadowing my instructor for 12 hours to kind of like get the hang of it and see what it's about. I still don't know about the other job position yet, but obviously I'm gonna let y'all know when I find out. It's really all that I have been doing. I've been pretty lazy the last few days, just sitting in bed cross-stitching or doing whatever I need to do. I am still going to work at Twin Peaks on Sundays, or like Sunday mornings if I want. Like obviously I can release my shift, someone could pick it up, but I'm still having them schedule me on Sundays. And I'm probably gonna pick up here and there while I'm precepting, just because we only get paid once a month and it's for the previous month, so I won't actually get like a full good paycheck until the end of August, and it's the end of June. So I'll be able to kind of combat that issue by still working at Twin Peaks sometimes. And I think that's all the life updates that I have currently. Like I said, I'm doing my first shift tomorrow. Then Thursday I may go to my mom's house to pick up our mead shipment that Adam and I get from a meadery near my grandparents' house. And then Friday night we're having like family game night, but otherwise that is all I have planned. I work again at Twin Peaks on Sunday, and that's it. We're supposed to have our book club meeting on Saturday. We were going to have it on Friday, but we're going to do family game night on Friday. So we're supposed to have a book club meeting, but like nobody has really, not RSVP'd, but said that they were going to come. So honestly, I don't even know if it's going to be worth it to have it. I feel like I'm bothering people, but I don't really want to drive all the way out to this bar to meet with people and then nobody show up. I'm going to continue reading The Housemaid's Secret, and then I'll probably check in with y'all either tomorrow night or Thursday morning. It's Thursday morning, June 29th, and I just wanted to give you a little update. I start every clip with this, and I'm so sorry about that. I don't know how to be creative yet, so I'll work on it. But I got 63% into The Housemaid's Secret. I read all of that in one night. It's a pretty short book, but I was very surprised that I made the progress that I did because I couldn't stop reading. And does anyone else feel like they read faster on their Kindle than they do physically? Because I was flying through it. I don't know. I haven't read any more of The Assassin's Blade, but I plan on doing that today. I plan on finishing them both today. We'll just have to see, but I have a couple chores to do around the house while I listen to my book. I have, like I said, about 3 hours of reading left, which my chores are not going to take that long, but I'm sure I could find something to do while I'm listening. So that's the plan. I'm going to try to finish them both today and see what happens. I did my little clinical yesterday, precepting, and it was pretty simple, pretty easy. Just watched the students, and they were paramedic students, so I didn't really have to hover or anything like that. But it was definitely interesting going back to the hospital for the first time in that setting of like clinicals and not being the student, because I remember them saying, oh, like we need paramedic students, and my first thought was like take off that direction, but I don't have to do that anymore. Now I can wreak havoc on my students just like what happened to me. So I kind of got some questionable news about the other job that I was applying for. I just don't know if it's going to happen, but we just have to wait and see. It's definitely not happening anytime soon, I don't think, but it's still a possibility. So I also had a therapy appointment yesterday afternoon that went really well, and my next one isn't for like another 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm feeling really good. I feel better than I have in a very long time, and so I'm really hoping that stays, because I'm having a great time. I'm also going to be getting together my TBR for next month because in 2 days it'll be July. I already have my 2 books for my book club, which is The Serpent and the Wings of Night and Flock, the first book in the Ravenhood series. And I have read that series before, but I really enjoyed it, and it was somewhat requested by someone in my book club, so I decided to go ahead and make that our book club pick. That way the romance books are picked out for the next 3 months essentially, so that's great. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and get to reading, and I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright, so it's been a little bit. It's about 1:40 in the afternoon. I am on the last novella in The Assassin's Blade. It's called The Assassin and the Empire, and I'm scared. I have about an hour left of listening, and I don't know like how it ends, but I know how this book ends, and I'm just not prepared for it, so that's gonna be super great and super fun. I have been working on this bucket hat for my friend since I started this a long time ago and then didn't ever make any progress on it. So I figured since I needed something to do while I was listening, I would just work on this. I don't even really know how it's gonna turn out. I hope it's cute. I'm still having a great time listening to this, and I do not regret it. And I'm really glad I got the audiobook. So, yeah. Okay. I have finished The Assassin's Blade. My audiobook cut off a couple chapters before the end of the book, so I ended up actually physically reading the last 35 pages, and I knew that Sam was gonna die, okay? I knew that, so that wasn't much of a shock. I just expected, like, her to be there, so I guess that was kind of unexpected. But what got me was in the last part where she's on the way to the salt mines and they're almost there, and she was like, I'm Selena Sardothian and I will not be afraid, and that got me tearing up. So that's great. I gave it 5 stars, obviously, and I cannot wait to restart Thorn Glass because I just miss these characters so much and I miss the story. And like I put in I didn't really write a review, but I wrote a little note at the end of me finishing the book, and I just can't wait to like re-experience the growth from Selena as an assassin to what she becomes by the end of the series. Oh, I just can't wait. So 5 stars, I really loved it, and now I'm on to finish the Housemaid's Secret. So plan is to finish that tonight as well. I do have an audiobook still that I have about 3 hours left to listen to for A Flicker in the Dark, but I don't know if I'll finish that tonight. And I will be working tomorrow and Saturday, so that may end up being in July that I finish that. That's all for now. I am actually very surprised that I ended up finishing, or I will finish these books by tomorrow. It definitely helped that I got the audiobook for The Assassin's Blade because I don't think I would have finished without it. But I have just gained such a appreciation for audiobooks because as long as I'm paying attention, it's truly like I'm reading them and I remember stuff. And so I used to hate them so much, but when I started speeding them up and getting them to a pace that I was comfortable with and recognizing that I can't really be doing super complicated things while I'm listening, that helped a lot. Anyways, back to my Kindle for some thriller reading. Alright guys, this is going to be a really quick update to close out this video. I did meet my goal and finish The Assassin's Blade and The Housemaid's Secret by the end of the month. I finished The Housemaid's Secret in about 2 sittings. I finished like 65% of it one night, and then I finished it the other night altogether. I got in the bath, was reading. It was a great time. I was shocked. It was amazing. I love Freida McFadden's work. She has become a new favorite author of mine, and The Housemaid's Secret was better than The Housemaid. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. So I gave it 5 stars. I really, really, really enjoyed it. There's always a shock factor for me. My friend guessed the ending, but she was still shocked by it, so I am so glad that I squeezed those in there at the end. So that's going to conclude this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. If you have any ideas for videos or books to read, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys.